This job is kind of like being a detective. You have to figure out the different habits of different pests. So that way you know where to place your baits and exactly where to spray at. We keep those unwanted pests away from desirable areas like our buildings, our equipment, and on the flight line, so the mission can go on. So the career field has changed names actually a couple of times. It was environmental controls, it's been entomology, pest control, and ultimately pest management, which has stuck around for quite a while now. The importance of our job is keeping pests out of unwanted areas. Some pests, they can lead to mission stoppage, and that can stop planes from flying. And for pest management, you have to figure out how they're getting in and what control methods you can use to control the pests. So some of the pests Air Force-wide that we deal with are fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, ants, roaches, mice, bed bugs, wasps, bees, hornets, and different types of wildlife like deer, birds, snakes. I've been to 8 different assignments. Each base you go to, it has its own different pests. Being stationed at those different bases with the different threats, it made me ready to tackle all different pests. For instance, when I was in Guam, we had to deal with a brown tree snake. And at McGuire Air Force Base, we had to deal with Japanese beetles treating the aircraft so that those pests didn't spread to different states. We also got a call over the radio for goats. They're not in our CDCs at all. We found one goat and we grabbed it, and the rest of the goats started following, and we got them back to the farm. Pest management. Here at Nellis, we do a lot of vegetation control. We work with natural resources to control different invasive plant species. So they can cause problems with taking over the different vegetation, stopping other beneficial plants from growing. We're constantly doing work on the flight line. The weeds come up and the weeds start growing, they'll start to crack the airfields. The BASH program stands for Bird Airstrike Hazard, and we support them as far as dealing with any type of bird pest that may be around base. Too much vegetation, it will cause birds to actually come to the flight line, and that's one thing we don't want. We want to keep the birds away from having an incident with one of the aircrafts. Safety in our job is very important, and protecting ourselves, that's our #1 priority. We'll pause if we need to in order to make sure that we're doing things in a safe manner. One of our most important personal protective equipment we wear is our respirator that protects us from different pesticides, because we are dealing with hazardous chemicals that can affect your body. It's a pretty dangerous job. It's important that we're ready at all times, 365, 24/7, to support the Air Force abroad in deployed locations. We're a very small career field, so we're very close-knit. The culture in CE, it's definitely family-oriented. There's been many times I've run into people I've been stationed with before from the career field, or I know somebody that knows somebody in pest management. And I love the heritage that's behind CE as far as operating a base, sustaining the base, and setting up a base. We're keeping this base running each and every day, day in and day out. You know, being in the Air Force, I've gotten great job training. It's also provided me to get an education, to provide for my family now, to travel around the world, see different places that I normally wouldn't see, and experience different cultures. I love it. It's been a great experience. It's a perfect match. My name is Technical Sergeant Freddie Belton, and I'm a United States Air Force civil engineer.